Y'all know I had to put at least one trap song on this, right? But this is like happy trap.
Hey guys, my name's Ben, and this is your midweek review. So this last Wednesday, we started our series called Reach, and we've been looking at this idea of reconnecting. Now, not just reconnecting as far as like being back together with friends, but the idea of reconnecting when it comes to the gospel, bringing that into conversations with friends that we're starting to get back together with now that school has started, but not only with our friends, but also with our family, and most importantly, our reconnection with God. You see, with friends, we looked at the idea of Philip reaching out to Nathanael. When he found Jesus, he ran and told his buddy Nathanael. Now, even though Nathanael was a little dowdy, I guess we'll call it, he still looked at him. Philip looks at Nathanael and says, dude, just come and see. And I love that picture because it's what we need to be with our friends, where even if they're kind of questioning or wondering, our excitement level should be, hey, just come and see what I've seen, because I want you to know. Then we looked at the Roman guard. As Paul was in prison, the earthquake came, everybody should have been able to escape, but the prisoners all stuck around, and the Roman guard was able to ask, so what do I need to do to be saved? And Paul got to explain to him, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and you will be saved. And then that Roman guard brought Paul and his friend all the way to his house and had him share with his family. And then his entire family came to know Christ. It's an incredible thing. We talked about how some of you guys are in homes where your family does know Jesus and they worship Jesus and they bring you along into that. They've even raised you into that. But some of you are from homes where that's not the case, and you're the only light of Christ that's there in your home. And we prayed together last night looking at the idea of what can we do to start reconnecting with our families about Jesus. Then came the last reconnection, which is actually the first one we need to have, the most important, which is reconnecting with God himself. And we do that through times of prayer. We do that through times of reading his word. We do that through times of just listening and waiting on God. We do that through actions, doing what God has called us to do, and we connect with him and walk in the relationship that he's already in with us. And that's what it means to be in relationship with God, is not to just do things in my own strength and power, but to understand in John 15:5, when Jesus was talking about how I am the vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit, but apart from me, you can do nothing. We need to have that connection with God if we have any hope of reaching our friends and family with the gospel. Guys, it's super exciting to be looking at these things and to be going into it and to hear stories from you guys. Some of you last night sharing stories with me about how you've been sharing the gospel with friends. And then today even I got a text from one of my leaders saying that one of you guys, two of you guys actually got to sit down with three friends and talk to them about the gospel. Hey, I want to hear those stories from you guys. If you have stories that came up from conversations you started last night through our text challenge, let me know. I want to hear about those things so I can celebrate with you and pray with you for those friends who are lost, who need to know Christ. It's super exciting to see you guys living more than that fluffy bun Christianity we talked about last night. There's beef there. We're not asking where's the beef anymore. And so I want you guys to remember that. Remember, you don't want to be walking around with fake Christianity, with this Americanized version of it. We want to be true followers of Christ, because that's what it takes to understand what it is to be in real relationship with Jesus, is to be walking in a real thing, to be doing it for real, not just doing good things. That's not what being a Christian is about. Yes, it's important to do the right things and to not do sinful things, but at the same time, we need to remember there's more to it than that. There's a thing we've been called to. One of those amazing things is to carry the gospel, to make and multiply disciples. Guys, I'm ready for this next week as we dive in. We're going to look at the E of our Reach series, which is to entrust, and you'll find out more about that this next week. Bring a friend and get here. It's going to be awesome. We'll see you later.
All I do is shoot from the hip. I got no idea, got no clue, so you know I just